August 16th, 2020.
16th. We had a heavy rain, gusher storm about 4 days ago, and the blooms have decreased dramatically. Friday, 2 days ago, I did a survey of the lake, and it was just a very light bloom over the whole lake with no accumulation anyplace. I'm out here today, and at the north end of the lake there's no visible bloom on the water. As we head towards the south end of the lake, towards the dam, when we got in the dam area, there was a slight, or very light bloom on the water, similar to what I'm seeing here. Right now I'm in front of Osteen's, and this is the only collection point that I have found today so far, and I believe it's the only one I'm going to find. There was no collection at the spillway. There is some water still going out the spillway. There was no collection there, which is unusual because usually the water drifting to the spillway will cause a collection, kind of like a pool skimmer in the reeds next to the spillway. But it looks like, and we don't know the cause, of course daylight hours are decreasing. We had that one gusher storm. As I look here, we do have a light bloom at the south end of the lake. I will continue the survey, but this is much better than we've had in 6 weeks' time. Along the west shore, in front of Peccarilla's, and right now, and extended across Scott and Carey's, and started at Osteen's, and I believe I'm going to see more as I go up the shoreline here. Becquerel, we're in front of Laura Nix, and we got a lot of scum. You can see the air currents came this way overnight. Must have been the cool air coming off the hillside on the other side of the lake. And a lot of this stuff that's floating here is not the cyanobacteria, but is a collection of some of the decomposition, maybe, of the filamus algae. And we're approaching Pat and Dana's, and we'll see. Things look like they're lightening up already. I still think the bloom is starting to lessen, and the overnight bloom was pretty light, but there still is enough of a bloom to collect along shore someplace. Somewhat discouraging. I thought maybe we were past having a heavy enough bloom that it would collect like this. Still nothing like it's been over the last 6 weeks. I'm approaching Mayor's, and this is where our ultrasound device is. The bloom is letting up here, but I don't think that has anything to do with the ultrasound. I mean, it's still a pretty good bloom. It's just the direction the air currents are taking. It's pretty heavy here yet. Enough that I wouldn't want the kids swimming in it.
as we swing behind the ultrasound unit, I just would like to show how the unit is out in the lake now enough that it can see the whole lake, 17 acres. And so it should be doing the job, but so far we're not seeing very good results.
Sound unit, and of course you can see the bloom is still pretty decent here. Not collected heavily, but it's a Neslick, so we're getting almost to the north end of the lake. The bloom is finally lightening up like I was seeing on the other side of the lake this morning. We absolutely perfect still morning when Angel and I started out. And the little bloom that we had on the lake did just what I thought. If you look at our lake, I'm looking to the east side. You've got the hillside. Air currents would naturally convect down to the lake, and from that side, and that's precisely what they've done. And they've slowly pushed this bloom to the south and to the west, and the bloom extends from right about there, which is near the dam, and extends all the way up the lake to Hartley.
The following pictures are a sample of some of the bloom collections that we've had over the last few weeks. When the unit was installed on June 5th, the closest water clarity measurement with a Secchi disc was 1.9 meters. The water even seemed to improve some over the next 2 weeks, but then deteriorated until the Secchi disc read only 0.9 meters on August 8th.